Hey, good morning, everybody. Karma Cash Flow here. Welcome to the live stream. Today is Friday, and this is my seventh day of going live here on the channel for Lita. So, for those that don't know, I've been talking about it every single day. I am doing a challenge called Lita, or Live Every Day in August. And what it is kind of a challenge to go live every single day, but there are certain challenges that you have to do. And when I first signed up for it, I did not know what that was all about. It was to go live in a certain group over on Facebook, the Lita 2020 group. And I didn't know that. So I was telling everybody that I was going to go live here on my channel. So I'm doing a double Lita because of it, going live here on my channel and going over there. And every day there's like these different challenges. Like yesterday, we had to talk about imposter syndrome. And the day before that, it's all been like really personal stuff, which has been really interesting and very eye opening and challenging. I think it's really cool. But long story short, where I'm going with this is I'm going live here every single day at the exact same time, 8:30. We will have a couple of days here and there that it will have to change for one reason or another. But generally speaking, it is 8:30 a.m. Central Time, which is my time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, or 6:30 Pacific. So, a couple announcements real quick. So, on the 11th, all right, I want you to book this date in your calendar to be here at, I guess it's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, on the 11th, on August 11th, because I will have Nick Nimmin in the house talking about the business of YouTube, actually having a YouTube business and what that would look like for most people. We'll talk about things like, do you need a business plan to be on YouTube? Is it just, oh, let me just upload a whole bunch of random videos? We're going to be going through a lot of stuff, talking about analytics and how to read them and all that good stuff. So it is going to be freaking awesome. Nick Nemeth is. He's a friend and someone that I watch religiously. There's only a few people that I watch every single episode of anything that they put out, and he's definitely one of them. The other one is Pat Flynn, who I am happy to say will also be on the show. So have no idea when he's going to be on the show just yet. We're still working out a few little details, but he is going to come on. So that is going to be super dope. I can't wait for it. It's going to be awesome. So let me just real quick welcome some people in here. First one I saw this morning was Rhino Dog 34. Dude, thank you for being here. You've shown up, I think, almost every single day, which is awesome. Really, really appreciate it. Consult the Blind Guy, dude. You my man. I love you. Thanks for being here, Sue. Also, someone that I see here all the time in the live stream. Really, really appreciate that. Daryl, thanks for being here, man. Really, really appreciate that. And my boy, hey Archer in the house. How's it going, man? By the way, I need a shirt, dude. Send me a shirt. I can wear it on the stream, or send me a link to where I can purchase it. I definitely need one. And everybody else watching the stream. So today, I am going to let me back up real quick. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of recap what these last 6 days I've been talking about. But then I'm also going to answer questions. And the reason that I wanted to kind of do a Q&A day today is because when I first started and talking about doing Lita, I had given I had put a link out there for people to ask questions. And I had seen today that there actually were some questions in there. I just happened to be on there and saw that there were like 5 or 6 questions that I wanted to get answered because they were asked previously. So let's see. Consulting Blind Guy is saying, I'm on a laptop. Sorry, hard to type. I'm not zoomed in, so I can't so I can see karma. Oh, okay. That's fine. Um, anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, Q&A. So if you do have a question that you want answered, you can put it in the chat. You don't have to go anywhere else. Just put it in the chat, but type in the word question all in caps so that I can see it much easier, right? There should be a ticker going on that right there. There should be a ticker there that says type question in all caps, all right? It has to be in all caps. Otherwise, I might miss it. So anyway, what have we talked about this week so far? All right, it is day 7. We've gone 7. This is the 7th day. The first day, I talked about kind of the core process I use for doing all my businesses. It doesn't really matter what it is outside of affiliate marketing. It's virtually the exact same business model, just spread across different businesses. So we could take I help run a jiu-jitsu school here in town, and while there are certain things that we do that are different because it's a physical business, all the online stuff is the exact same. So what I consult the blind guy saying, be right back, getting coffee. Yeah, I need more coffee as well. And today I'm sporting my Flash cup. See that? Yeah, dude, it took me ages to find this cup. I absolutely love it. I know Hey Archer will get a nice kick out of this because I am such a Flash fanatic. It's insane. So if you all know Pat Flynn, he is a massive proponent, a massive fan of Back to the Future, and for me, it's the Flash. I have so much Flash gear and those pop dolls. I literally have a Flash onesie hanging in my closet that my wife bought me. I don't wear it, but yeah, I love the Flash. So going back, all the online stuff is all the same. All right. Generally, what I end up doing is I drive traffic, whether that be organic or paid traffic, and I drive them to a what we talked about yesterday, a multi-page pre-sale site. All right. How many of you were in here yesterday when I talked about the multi-page pre-sale sites? So multi-page pre-sale sites are just kind of an alternative to a landing page. So a landing page is good. Not gonna knock it. I use them myself, but it's a great alternative because what it does is it helps to filter out unwanted people that you don't really want to talk to, and it helps weed them out. At the same time, the people that you do want to talk to, it really pulls them into you. It pulls them into your message, and you're providing value and content first. All right, that's the difference between a landing page and a one of these multi-page pre-sale sites, is that you're providing value up front. So a landing page, and I had an example of this yesterday. I could try here and bring it up. You can probably hear my bird in the background. That's Jarvis. Jarvis has made appearances here on the live stream. He's a beautiful sun conure. Really, really awesome bird. I am trying to bring up a landing page here so that I can show it to you and show you the differences. We actually talked about this yesterday. So let me actually go back. All right. So I drive people to these multi-page pre-sale sites, and then I send them over to a welcome campaign. All right. So once they give me their contact information, no matter how they come in, they go into a welcome campaign. And then after they're in my welcome campaign, they go into a daily email sequence. So I like to email my list every single day. Sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. It really depends on what I'm trying to share. And what I'm doing. So if my daily emails generally come out about 6:30 in the morning, my time, 6:30 in the morning, and in the afternoon, if I want to send out a second email, it might come out about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Bye, sweetie. My wife is leaving. The what? Okay. And so after they go through the welcome campaign, the welcome campaign is just designed to get them to know who I am, what I do, what I talk about, and so forth, and just kind of introduce them to me. Not selling them anything, not trying to, point them to a sales page or anything like that. And then after they go through the welcome campaign, they go through my daily email address, and I might start segmenting some people out there. Generally, though, it's really funny because Pat and a lot of other people talk about the super detailed levels of segmentation to talk to different types of people. And actually, I think he talked about this yesterday, and how they do it through their email and through opt-in pages and so forth. And I don't do that. All right, I used to do a lot of that. I used to do so much segmentation that things would break all the time because I was trying to segment them too much. Now what I do is with my multi-page pre-sale sites is I'm segmenting those people through that multi-page pre-sale site even before they sign up to my list. So I know the exact people that I'm talking to, and I'm essentially talking to the same person, over and over. So I don't need to segment out as much as that. The only things that I might segment out is, if a person is going through an email sequence, my daily email sequence, which is automated, by the way, it's not manual, and they click on a link, and this link is geared toward affiliate marketing. All right, it's going to tag them with a link that says that they are interested at that point in affiliate marketing, and it might drop them off into a product launch sequence or a different sequence talking about affiliate marketing on top of the original daily email sequence. So they're still going to be getting daily emails. I don't pause them in there. They're still getting the daily emails at like 6:30 in the morning, and then all the emails talking about affiliate marketing because they're now interested in affiliate marketing. They're coming and getting that at 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So again, might be multiple emails a day depending on what they do, but I don't segment out as much. And we talked about that on day one. Day two, we talked about the different mistakes I see people make with their funnels. And this is, again, number one, providing, absolutely no value. I don't think that this was number one. I think it was actually the last one on the list, but it should have been number one. Not providing any amounts of value up front. They are focused on the front end. So anytime a person builds their funnel, they generally focus on the front end more than anything else. They focus on the landing page, the sales page, the order bumps, the upsells, the downsells, cross sells, and maybe you might get 3 to 5 emails afterwards. All right, that's the whole front end. And the people that are creating these pipelines or funnels, I don't like the word funnels, but I use the word pipeline. Or Andrew actually gave me a good term called marketing hopper, and they're all focused on this front end, but 90% of all of your income is going to come on the back end. So in your welcome campaign, in your emails that you follow up with, that's where you're going to make most of your money. That's where you build the relationship first, and the people that are on your list that are actually engaged and connected with you, that's where they're going to buy, right? I've had people that have been following me for a couple of years in certain demographics, certain markets, that they were following me for years, never purchased a thing from me, and then years later decided to purchase a course or whatever it was. That's where, again, most of your things are going to be. So that was, I think that was number one. Number two was, let me actually pull it up here. Hold on. Give me just 1 second, guys. All right. So number two is building the product before thinking about the funnel. All right. You need to plan your funnel out. You absolutely have to plan it out. You have to know what you're going to sell, how you're going to sell it, who you're going to sell it to. You need to figure out the back end again, all before you ever decide to create a product. All right. You need to plan first. I know a lot of people are out there, they're super excited. Oh, I got this great idea for this course. And they go and they try and build this course and they launch it to nothing. Nobody's buying it. Or maybe, two or three people that they've already been talking to, or friends or family, are purchasing it, and it's not a really good strategy. You need to plan it out. In fact, I actually have a video all on how to create courses, and that actually kind of walks through a little bit about all the different things that you need to do prior to creating a product or a course. It works for any type of product or service, as well as a online course. Number 3 was funnel hack a funnel. That doesn't work. So, a lot of these people out there, they're funnel hackers, AKA funnel hackers. And I've seen many times them go and hack a funnel that didn't work. So you need to be careful. Number 4 was not doing enough research on your audience. I've seen this time and time again. People just, they don't do enough research. They think that they know their audience, and really 90% of the time, they don't understand their audience well enough. I'm not saying that you need to create these avatars with, a guy by the name of Jim, who has 2.3 kids, that lives in Dallas, Texas, whatever. You don't have to do that. Those are just base demographics, and generally that's where most people stop. But you need to know their type of behaviors. You need to know what type of psychological positions they are in. All right. What keeps them up at night, that they're worrying about, that type of stuff. You really need to dig deep and figure that stuff out. You need to do your research. And when you think you've done enough research, do some more research, because you've never done enough. You could be doing this for 40, 50 years and still not do enough research. You will never know your audience well enough, because the audience is always changing and growing. Number 5 was they bank on one funnel. I think I talked about this more in depth on day 2, but you got to have multiple funnels. It can all be pointing to the same thing, but you have to have multiple funnels, because you never know which one is going to work. Which angle you're doing things at is going to really connect with your audience. The people that are out there, I see all the time, they build one single funnel and they are like, why isn't my stuff working? And it's because they're focused on only one funnel. Have 3, 4, 5, 6 different funnels, all coming at it from a slightly different angle. And you'll see all of a sudden, like, one will start really working. And that gives you the opportunity to start going to all your other funnels and start, you see what's working here and start implementing it in these funnels as well. And then you can, possibly have multiple funnels working, not just one. Never rely on one. Number 6, they don't tweak their funnels. Again, just literally just talked about that. You have to tweak and adjust your funnel to make sure that it's working properly. But you need one that's kind of working first before you start adjusting things. That way, if you only have one funnel and you start to adjust it and mess with it, then that could make the funnel fail even more. So work on the ones that aren't working that well as the one that is first. Get all those up to par, and then you can start readjusting and tweaking. Number 7 was too many steps in their funnel. I've done this myself. I've had way too many steps in my funnel that my funnel's actually breaking. So you don't want to do that. And then number 8 was terrible calls to action, or no calls to action. And then number 9 was not providing any values. Day 3, I talked about tools that I used. And I did leave a couple out. I talked about how I used WordPress. I talked about how I use Thrive themes on my WordPress website. So that is how I build all of my pages, my landing pages, and my website out. I use Thrive themes. I use Thinkific for all of my courses and memberships. So There are a lot of different platforms. You can, self-host a platform with something like MemberPress or MemberMouse or something like that, Wishlist Member, over on your WordPress website. Or you can go with Teachable or Kajabi. I use Thinkific. I think Thinkific is an amazing platform for hosting your courses and memberships. And that's where I chose to host it. And links will be in for all of these will be in the description below. I also use ConvertKit. So ConvertKit is my email marketing platform. So all my emails are being done through ConvertKit. All my automation and tagging of individuals, all that is being done in ConvertKit. And then for my membership platform, I use Circle.so. Circle.so is actually fairly new to me. It wasn't until Pat Flynn recommended Circle.so and I joined his SPI Pro membership, which is fantastic. And I got to see Circle, live. Before joining Pat's membership, I thought Circle was something just like Slack. And I was like, whatever, I'll still continue to use the platform that I was using, which the platform I was using was called Twist. And it was, pretty awesome. But Circle just blew it out of the water. I love the customization that I can do. I love the fact that I can have my free community as well as a paying community, and there are multiple paying communities. I love how it integrates with ConvertKit and Thinkific, and over on one of my memberships, which is a jiu-jitsu membership. I have a Circle.so account and a community for that. And I can actually embed that right into every single page over on Thinkific. So that, a person that is in a particular video or a series of videos, a certain module, there's a little like icon at the bottom that they can click on, then that pops up a modal where they can see and connect with us in our community. It's really, really awesome. Circle is really coming a long way. They're updating it all the time. They have apps coming out for the iPhone, I believe, in the next week or so. And then Android will probably come out in about a day or two. But like for me, where's my phone? For me, I actually have a little icon. I don't know if you can see this here. Just give me a sec. Oh. So right there, come on, cover me up. Right there, you'll see the cash flow right there. And, it acts just like an app. The only thing is, I open it up, I click on it, and it takes me right to my community, but it's over on Chrome. All right, so it pops up Chrome and Chrome browser, and that's where I do everything. And it acts just like an app, but it's not an app. Let's see. Consult the Blind Guy is asking, did you close the Twist group to go to Circle or have both? So technically, I have both. I did not close Twist yet because there's some chats in there that I want to keep. But eventually I will close Twist, yes. Let's see. Sue is asking, which social media posting schedule manager do you use? That's a good one. That's one that I didn't talk about. And I use Later, LATER.com. Later is like Hootsuite and all these other ones. I just connect better with Later than all the other ones. I used to use Hootsuite, but now I use Later, and I think it's amazing. Yep. What else? I also use an app. Let me go back to it here. Called Bonjoro. Bonjoro is an app where I'm all done with it, but it's an app where when someone signs up for something, it notifies me and I can actually do a video message back to that person to make it super, super personal, where I get that notification and I just hit the little reply sign and I do this little video. Hey Mike, thanks for joining the Cashflow Army, blah 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 blah. And it goes to their email and they get it, and it's an actual video of me talking to them personally, which is super awesome for building that relationship and that connection with your clients and your audience. So those are a couple that I didn't speak about that I utilize. I also utilize. Someone had asked me recently in a direct message what I use for all of my note taking, everything like Evernote. They were asking me, do I use Evernote? I don't use Evernote. One of the things that I use is called Nimbus Notes. Let me see if I can go to it. nimbusnotes.com. And I'll show you this. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, so here you'll see Nimbus Notes. This is what I use. And everything, I have multiple spaces in Nimbus. I can do so many things. This is like Evernote and what's the other one? What was the other one? Notion. This is like Notion and Evernote had a baby. And it's absolutely brilliant. I use it all the time. And it's what I use for pretty much everything. I do use Google as well. So I utilize Google for all of my copy. So if I go, I'm not going to show you this part, but if I go over to Google Docs, then all of my Google Docs that are in there are all copywriting. So if I have to do a sales letter for whatever, I host it in Google. And it's just a way for me to separate things. And because I was utilizing Google for all my copy before I started to use Nimbus. And I just didn't want to import everything. So I decided, well, I'm going to use Google for all my copy. So if I'm going to sit down and write copy, usually it's over on my laptop, over on my couch. And I'll just sit there and write copy, and it's all done in Google. I use Google a lot for everything. So I use Google Calendar for my calendar. I use Google Docs for my copy. Google Sheets for everything. My Google is popping up here on my phone. I use Google Drive to host most of my stuff. And I use Google for my phone carrier. So, everybody has like T-Mobile or Sprint or anything. I actually use Google or Google Fi, as it's called, for my phone carrier. And it's awesome. I pay like $30 a month for me and $30 a month for my wife. So it's like $60 because we came in beta, and I worked the deal with Google so that we only pay like $60 a month for like unlimited. So it's really awesome. And my daughter's has her own phone with it as well. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So those are a couple of tools that I use that I didn't talk about before. Day 4 was the 18 skills all entrepreneurs need. And I'll just real quick run through the list. First one is financial intelligence, which is the most important thing, because if you don't have your finances in order, your business is going to be a complete wreck. And you won't make it. I promise you. You may make some initial money right off the bat, but you're going to lose it just as fast. Trust me, I know this. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. I have lost millions of dollars being stupid with my money. When I first started in business, I went from being $65,000 in debt. No joke. $65,000 in medical debt, living with my parents, with my wife at the time and 3-month-old son, Josh, massively in debt, and in 6 months having $1 million, right? I made that money, but I had no idea what I was doing with money. I was spending money like it was going out of style. You want to take a trip to England and go spend $15,000, $20,000 on shoes, whatever. Like that's where I was. I'd go to these they were like watch parties, and not like you go watch something, but an actual watch party, and it'd be like super super exclusive, and you go there and they'd have all these watches laid out. These are like premium, like Cartiers and Patek Philippe, and like all these super awesome watches. And I'd like go and look at these watches and go, yeah, okay, I'll take that one and that one and that one. Like I was an idiot. Um, and I had to learn my financial education on my own. My parents didn't teach me anything. And my parents have a lot of money, but they didn't teach me a single thing about how to make money, how to manage it, how to keep money, nothing like that. So I had to learn it along the way. And now I'm teaching my daughter and my kids how to manage their money early on so that I don't have, to worry about them screwing up with their money in the future. Number 2 was sales. Number 3 was marketing and branding. Number 4 was paid advertising. Guys, you have to understand paid advertising and you have to utilize paid advertising. Nowhere on earth will you get a better return on your money than with advertising. And I know a lot of you are like, well, I don't want to use advertising. I don't want to waste my money. That's an expense. And it's not an expense, right? It's an investment in your business. And, think about this. If you had a vending machine that you could put $1 in and get $2 out, how many times would you do that? It would be insane. You would sit there 24 hours a day. You would hire people in order just to shove $1 into this machine so that you can get $2 back. That's advertising, right? If done correctly, if you know what you're doing, advertising is the greatest thing you will ever find, guaranteed. Number 5 was copywriting. Definitely you have to know copywriting. I have an infinite supply of copywriting resources. I think my last count, I have something like 50 some odd books and manuals on copywriting, not including all of Gary Halbert's newsletters that I have printed out and taken notes on, rewritten it. Like I've literally sat down. I have binders, huge binders of Gary Halbert's newsletters, and I've literally sat down and written out each and every single newsletter. That way I kind of get that copy ingrained in me. Definitely a must. Let me see here. Sue is saying thank you. That was for answering your question. Gotcha. Consultant blind guy. Okay, I'll have to go in my email in a little bit. I've been scattered on stuff, so I haven't managed to get everything out to the new group. Yeah, definitely, dude. Come join the new group. Simply Obs, thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. I know that you've been on the stream quite a lot, maybe every single day. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Number 6 was time management and productivity. This I didn't talk about it on day 4, but that also included delegation and automation. So I have a particular way that I do things, and anytime anything comes into my world, I classify it into Franklin Covey's matrix. Is it urgent and important? Is it urgent but not important? Is it like all these different things? Let me actually bring it up because for some reason I can't even think about it. So the matrix is urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and not urgent or important. And depending on what it is, it falls into one of those categories. If it's urgent and important, I usually take care of it right away. But anything besides that, I look for a way to first, I look at automation. So I love automation. I try to automate everything in my life. Every single morning I get a printout of my financial statement so that I can check it out every single day, and it automatically prints out at my printer. And I just go, when I wake up, I grab the paper and I check it out for that day. Because I like to know my numbers. I want to know every little detail on my financial statement and my bank account so that I know where everything's going, how my money is moving around, and so forth. That's cash flow. And that's completely automated. Birthday cards. automated. So, I don't like going to the store. I don't like picking cards or anything like that. I'm not that type of person. If I have to go pick a card, and I have had to do it, but if I have to go pick a card, I usually go with my wife so that she can help me pick a card because I'm terrible at it. So I use an online service that has the dates of all of these people's my friends and family members' birthdays, anniversaries, Christmases, like all that type stuff, and it automatically sends stuff out with little personal messages that I've written. Those are legit. But I did it one time and it automatically sends the stuff out. So I love automation, and anything that uh, I can't automate, I try to delegate it out to someone else. And if I can't do either one, then I just end up doing it myself. But you know, you have to manage your time wisely, and to do that, you have to automate certain things, you have to delegate certain things so that you can get the really important stuff done. Number 7 was critical and strategic thinking. You have to be able to outline stuff and know in what order to do certain things. And that takes a little bit of strategic thinking. Communication and storytelling. Number 8 was communication and storytelling. I love telling stories. And this is not something that I've always done, but I love doing it, and it really connects with your audience. So you definitely need to learn how to tell good stories. And I recommend over on Khan Academy, Pixar in a Box. This is a course on storytelling that Pixar did. And it's pretty good. I even sent my daughter through it, and her stories went, to the next level. Like she's probably a better storyteller now than I am, simply because I sent her through that course. Number 9 was networking and relationship building. I definitely need to know how to build a relationship. 10 was the ability to identify strengths and weaknesses. 11, and that's in you as well as other people. 11 was hiring and talent sourcing. 12 was management skills. 13 was raising capital. Now, raising capital does not apply to everybody. I understand that, but I believe that it is a skill that you do need to pick up. I have raised probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 350 to 400 million dollars over these last 20 years for different projects. If you know how to raise money, you will never be broke, guaranteed. Failure management, number 14. 15 was stress management. 16 was decision making, how to make a decision and how to say no. Number 17, customer service. And number 18, analytical skills. You need to know how to look at your analytics and make those logical and strategic thinking based off of your numbers. So that was day 4. Day 5 was how the rich handle their money. And this is something that I actually did a PowerPoint presentation on how I manage my money by sending it to different bank accounts. So all of my money, all of my business money comes into a business account, and then it gets sent to different accounts for different things. So I have a profit account, which I take 10% right off the top. That goes to profit. Then for me, 33% goes to my account that is specifically for my taxes. We all have to pay taxes, and I don't want to be caught with my pants down where I've spent my money, the money that was supposed to go for tax, and then have to pay the IRS later and get in trouble, penalties and everything. I hold it and reserve it in a tax account. Now, I might have to pay a little bit more, or I might have to pay a little bit less, but at least the majority of that money, 99% of that money is going to be held, and so forth. And, I split it up, and go and check out day 5. It was really, really awesome. It's how the rich handle their money. And then yesterday was talking about multi-page pre-sale sites. So I was about to talk about this earlier, but just really wanted to quickly show you the difference between one and the other. So if I go to my screen share here, this is simply a landing page that I showed yesterday. All right, this is a simple landing page for an ebook, a PDF, 5 Secrets to Building Passive Income. It has a headline, of course. It has a sub headline. has a little blurb here and then some bullet points, and tries to get someone to sign up. This is an old landing page that I don't utilize anymore. That's kind of why I showed it to you, so that I don't end up screwing up my analytics. But this is one way of doing things, and you'll notice that there's no value presented here. All right, this this kind of calls out to a lot of people, not a particular type of person. Right, it calls out to multiple types of people. So let me turn this off real quick. And that's the thing about landing pages that I don't really like, is that it doesn't call out to the right people, and it doesn't provide value up front. Those are the two biggest things. Whereas this is an example of this PDF, right? Even the image for the PDF has changed. But this is a PDF of the 5 secrets, and I literally just kind of remodified it into kind of an article, right? And you'll notice the first thing here is that there's no headline, right? It's a series of images, because this series of images provides the viewer, the audience, with their own ideas. All right, I'm not giving someone anything like do you dream of making passive income online, right? This gives them their own story in their head, and the point about all of this is reframing certain beliefs. All right, that's the whole key to these multi-page pre-sale sites. Is number one is it reshapes and reframes beliefs and patterns, limiting beliefs that we all have. And then 2, also provides value. So in this first one, I'm talking about, a lot of people have the idea that they cannot make money online, right? Other people can, but they can't, right? This is the same belief that I had for years, that later on found out not to be true, because I actually started to make money online. And I started breaking things down to really, I don't know if you can hear that. The grass guys are here. They're mowing outside. Really loud in here for me. But that's essentially what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to reshape that belief. I'm also trying to reshape the belief that you need millions of dollars in order to have, a really nice lifestyle. In fact, I talk about my time in Belize, where, at most I paid $500 per month for everything. That included my house in Belize. That included my food, which was, super duper awesome, fresh, organic fruits and vegetables and meat and everything. Like, it was awesome. Best food ever. And utilities, internet, TV, like all that stuff, $500 on average. There were a couple of times, maybe 2 times that I can remember, that I went higher than that. But I started bringing it down to show you that, all you really need to do is make $17 per day to live this lifestyle, right? If that's your choosing, right? And then I get them to make a micro commitment here by clicking on a little link that says take me to page 2. And then, here I try to reframe their beliefs and kind of get them to understand that I'm on their side by instantly talking about, whenever you see on the internet someone promising you can earn passive income with little to no effort, you're being lied to, you're being scammed. So what this is doing is kind of showing them that's not me, right? And it goes through other things, talks about the definition of cash flow versus passive income, and it starts teaching here, right? So again, we're teaching, and at the same time we're reshaping beliefs. Number 3, page 3, which I don't think I showed this yesterday. The whole thing of page 3 is essentially that they themselves can do this. So I'm trying to reshape that belief that they themselves have the ability to make money online. And then let me just go straight to page 5, because this is a 5-page. Here I start summing it up, and then at the end you see here, it's just a simple little box for them to put in their email. All right. I say here, so listen, if you can make a commitment, take action, and persevere through building either an online course, a membership, or doing affiliate marketing, you will get the life that you want and deserve. I sprinkled a number of gems within what I've written here. Read and read these pages a few times and let everything sink in. Right? If you want to hear more from me, here's what to do. Simply fill in the box with your information and I'll send you even more valuable content. That's it. All right? I'm not trying to push, anybody into giving me their contact information. All right? I'm pulling them through these series of pages so that the people that get to the end, that get to page 5, want to give me their contact information. This page here, this series of pages, this is a duplicate of my my basic multi-page pre-sale site for this. So it's not my exact one, but on my real one, the one that I drive traffic to, has a 91% conversion rate of people giving me their contact information. All right, these are people that I want to talk to. All right, whereas my landing page, my updated landing page for the PDF, which is essentially this, all these different pages, but into a PDF. Only, I think, what was it yesterday? I think it was only like 35% or something like that conversion rate. 34%. Yeah, that's right. It was like 34.85 or something like that. Percent conversion rate versus 91. All right, 91% conversion rate on this. So huge difference. Huge difference. Here's a question from Daryl. I hope I'm saying that correctly, by the way. I'm terrible with names. Question: how do you find affiliate programs you would like to work with? So a lot of people that talk about affiliate marketing will talk about going to places like ClickBank and Commission Junction and all these different places to find products and services to work with. I don't do that. All right. I look for two things. All right. So the two things are, one, I like to recommend products that or services that I have used in the past or currently use. All right. So, I might recommend ClickFunnels for people to build their landing pages and funnels out because I've used it. And if a person is a beginner, they don't have a lot of technical skills, ClickFunnels is actually not that bad. And they can get going, in a single day on building a funnel. They have a lot of templates and so forth. A lot going on there, and I might recommend that. And while I don't use it anymore, I know the value of ClickFunnels, and so I might recommend it. But generally, I recommend products or services that I have used or currently use versus just going to a place like ClickBank or something like that. Couple of things that I look for. All right. Number one, I look for, is it a reoccurring commission? So I generally will steer toward SaaS companies, all right, which SaaS stands for Software as a Service. So something like ClickFunnels, something like ConvertKit or Thinkific. I point people to these services because I know that if they sign up through my affiliate link, I'm going to be getting a commission each and every single month. Right? That's why I make so much money in affiliate marketing. It's because it starts compounding on itself. So it's not a one-time sale. A car salesman, they sell a car, they get that commission one time. All right. How great would it be? How many car salesmen would there be if this happened? They get a commission, and maybe smaller commission, but they get the commission each and every single month. Right? How many of you would go out and sell cars if, let's say, you sold a car and it didn't matter what car it was. Maybe it's a Yugo, all right, or a Ford Taurus, and you sell that car, and instead of making that $2,000 commission that you would normally get, instead maybe you only make $200, but you make that $200 each and every single month, right, from that sale of that car, right? Loads of people would do that, and that's what I look for. So if I'm going out and assessing a service, I want something that is going to give me money in my pocket every single month. All right. That becomes an asset. Right. ClickFunnels is one of my biggest assets because I recommend so many people to it in different ways, different niches. And I make a lot of money doing affiliate marketing with ClickFunnels and other services like that. So I look for that. But generally, the way I find it is I've just used it in the past, or I currently use it. So I hope that answers your question. Um, so let me actually get to some of these other questions that I have here that were in my Google Forms. So let me go over there. All right. So this question comes from Stacy. Stacy has an online business that makes between $0 and $500 per month, and asks, "Is it necessary to have a website, be on social media, and have a newsletter?" So, good question. Good question, Stacy. I do believe that you need a website. Doesn't mean that you need to necessarily drive traffic to your website. I generally only drive traffic to landing pages or to my multi-page pre-sale sites, not necessarily to my website. The only time that I do this is if I'm going to like market over on Pinterest to my blog posts. All right. And this is something that I've only been doing recently, and it's thanks to my friend Xenia and Vlada, House of Creators. You can look them up. They talk a lot about Pinterest, and they have a Pinterest course, which is really good, that even I went through because I didn't know that much about Pinterest. And that's the only time I really drive people to my website. Is to my blog posts through Pinterest. But generally, I send them to a landing page, and you don't need a website for that, right? If you have a website, like I have a website, karmicashflow.com, and that website is where I build all of my landing pages. So kind of, I'm sending it to my website, but you don't need a website, all right? You need to drive traffic to a landing page or to one of these multi-page pre-sale sites that I talked about, not necessarily to a website. Do you have to be on social media and have a newsletter? No and no. All right. I know a lot of people, they talk about being on social media and talk about having a newsletter. And I'm guessing newsletter means an actual physical newsletter. I'm not sure if you mean a physical newsletter or just an email list. If you're talking about a physical newsletter, no, you don't need to have a newsletter at all. If you're talking about an email list, absolutely. All right, absolutely. Go out, get something like ConvertKit. I have links in the description below. Go out and get something like ConvertKit and start building your email list. It is something you absolutely have to do. I wish I would have done it sooner. For the first couple of years, I did not build an email list. And I think I was an absolute right idiot for not doing it. Whereas now, that's my first thought is build an email list. I create a new company. My first thought, build an email list. Before anything else, that's my first thought is how am I going to build an email list for this company, all right, or for this business? And as far as social media, I personally, I'm not a very social person. I'm not a social butterfly like my daughter or my wife are, but I have different channels. I have my Facebook, I have my YouTube here, which I guess is a social channel. I have Instagram. I even have a TikTok, but I don't do anything with hardly any of them. As far as social media outside of YouTube, I think the most social that I'm on is on Twitter. But you don't have to have any of them to make money. In fact, my advertising business, I made lots of money. We made lots of money with our advertising agency, and we weren't on social, right? So you don't have to have it. So I hope that answers your question. Let me go to question number 2 here. This one came from Malini, and again, I have no idea when these were submitted. I know Malini's not on here, so it's not like it came today, but it is here. It was asked, so I'm going to answer it. Malini has a business that makes between $0 and $500 per month, an online business. How can you use affiliate marketing effectively if you don't have a large group of subscribers? Does it only work if you have a huge fan base or email list? I only want to be an affiliate of products that I stand by or use. That's great. Definitely stand by products or services that you use and that you know well. I'm completely in agreement with that. How you can use it effectively if you don't have a large group. So typically what I do, right? I do affiliate marketing to my email list and so forth. Even if your email list is not that big, you can still utilize affiliate marketing. But you can do things like create reviews for products and services on YouTube, do videos, like Pat does a lot of reviews, like he did a review on ConvertKit, and that actually drives affiliate sales. Or you can do something like I do, in that I utilize traffic, paid traffic generally, to a landing page, which we call a bridge page, that talks to them about a service or product or something like that, that they then would put in their contact information to get, the freebie that I'm offering should they go check out this service. So let's hypothetically say I'm talking to chiropractors and I'm trying to get them to utilize ClickFunnels, all right, just as an example. So I drive traffic and I'm looking for chiropractors to go to this page. And this page is generally a video with an opt-in form on it that talks about the benefit of using ClickFunnels for their business, how they can build landing pages and so forth. And then I also entice them by saying that, fill out the form below. And if you go ahead, go over to ClickFunnels and just sign up for your free 14-day, actually it's a 30-day trial, your free 30-day trial of ClickFunnels. If you do that, I'm going to send you this free mini course that will walk you through how to build these funnels and give you some ad templates. And I will also give you a couple links to some actual funnels that are already pre-built out for you to use right away, so that you can get started making money utilizing ClickFunnels right away, right? And so that's the way that I generally do things, because I found that it really worked for me, and I just make an insane amount of money doing things that way. So you don't need to have a big list or a fan base or anything. There's a lot of different ways to utilize affiliate marketing. These are just some of them. So hope that answers your question. Let's see. We have John P here. Says, I saw the other day you did a video with your daughter, who is super cute, by the way, about teaching her about money. How can I duplicate this without having to give her so much money? I just can't afford to pay her $2,000 like you do. All right, so that's a good question. And I've actually gotten this question a couple of times since I posted that video. You don't need to use real money. All right, go out, get, you can actually purchase on Amazon Monopoly money, and not the Monopoly game, but the money that's used in the game, right? Get some Monopoly money and pay your child. And you can utilize $2,000 as an example and have them pay, rent and bills and food and all this stuff. Have them pay it, but utilize Monopoly money. You don't have to give them a single dime of real money, should you not have the ability to. So, I mean, that's what I would recommend. I'm really weird when it comes to teaching my daughter about money. And so, I came up with this idea of giving her a salary, and letting, her pay all the bills. With that, we pay the real bills, right? But she pays pretty much the same amount that we would pay. It just comes back to me. I just leave it here sitting on my desk. And if she wants to pay for food, she pays for food. She wants dinner, that's going to cost her $4 for dinner, because that's ultimately what we would pay too. So I'm trying to teach her how to manage her money by giving her a ledger. She has to write down everything, money coming in, money coming out, keep up with her balances, what she spent that money on, what she collected money for. If she goes and she sweeps a patio or she vacuums the house or something like that, we give her extra money. And she writes that in her ledger and everything. But you can do this with Monopoly money. It doesn't have to be real money. Hope that answers your question, dude. Let's see. What is this? Still in Parents' Basement 88. Good name. Question. They are just getting started or thinking about starting an online passive income business. Asked, when looking at a product or affiliate income, what is the number one consideration for promoting that product? Oh, a lot of affiliate marketing questions today. Um, Number one consideration is two things. I'm not just going to give you one. I'm going to give you two. So sorry. Number one is, do I know the product or service well? Right? Like, is it reputable? Do I recommend them naturally? That's going to be really number one. Number two is it recurring? Right? Is it a recurring commission versus a single one-time commission? So those are my two real considerations for affiliate marketing products and services. And generally, I look at services because those are going to be the ones that pay recurring. So yeah. By the way, if you have any questions that you want to ask, just go ahead, throw them in the chat with question all in caps first, and I will get to it as soon as I can. Number 5, let's see. Yeah, we're going on number 5. This is from Jermaine. Hope I'm saying that right. Jermaine G. They have an offline business. Oh, awesome. Good for you, dude. I have an offline business, but I want to make passive income online. All right, that describes them. Question. I have just closed shop. Oh, dude. I'm so sorry. I have just closed shop due to COVID-19. My scuba store. Awesome. And am looking at where to start selling my stuff online. Is Shopify still a good platform to use, or should I be looking at something else? And if so, what? Got to start doing stuff online, so this stuff, he doesn't use the word stuff, this stuff doesn't happen again. Yeah, dude, I'm so sorry, first off, for your scuba store. I'm a fellow diver as well, master diver, and I feel you, dude. I feel you. I have closed shop a couple of times for certain things, not due to COVID-19, but I know a lot of my friends have closed their businesses down due to COVID. We actually, our jiu-jitsu school here in town, we had to close down for quite a while due to COVID, but we persevered through it because we had built this online presence as well, and that really helped out. To answer your question, is Shopify still a good platform to use? Absolutely. I don't know too much about Shopify, so I can't really talk too much about it. Maybe I can get a guest on here to talk about e-commerce and that side of things. It's not something that I usually delve into, but from what I understand, Shopify is a great platform. Just make sure that you are building your email list so that you can repeatedly market to your audience and build an audience as well somewhere else. So, you have a scuba store, and I assume you have all this scuba gear. Get on YouTube and start doing reviews. You can do reviews on masks and snorkels, or your tanks, your BCs, whatever that is. You can do review on it, and people love reviews. You can also utilize that as an affiliate marketing entry as well. So, you have a particular BC that you really enjoy and you like, then you can go and you can take that, find it over on maybe Amazon or another affiliate place. And when you recommend that product, you can put a link in the description, people can click on it, and you get an affiliate commission from that. So that's what I would recommend. Again, I think Shopify is still good, but build your audience and build your email list as well. And you'll get somewhere. Again, so sorry that you had to close your shop. I do understand, and I'm so sorry, man. So sorry. All right. Let's see. Wait. Is this okay? Sorry, I wasn't switching over. This one comes from. I can't. Let's see. Organicula? I have no idea how to say your name. I'm so sorry. It looks like Organicula. Anyway, they are just getting started in building online passive income. The question is what I use to make my WordPress website look good. Mine is very ugly and hard. Sorry, guys. This is a little complicated to read. what do you use to make your WordPress website look good? Theirs is very ugly and want to make it look nice. Okay, so I use Thrive Themes. So Thrive Themes is a plugin that you can purchase. Again, links in the description below. That I utilize to build out my website, or all of my websites, really. Every single website that I have, it's WordPress based, and I utilize Thrive Themes to build it. And you can make it look any which way that you want. It's really, really awesome, really, really nice, and I highly, highly recommend it. You can use other plugins, like free plugins like Elementor. There is a plugin called Divi, D-I-V-I, that you can check out, and there's quite a lot. But I really wouldn't utilize any type of free themes. I'm not really digging any of the free themes. They're just so limited in what you can do and how you can customize it. You know, business does take a little bit of money, and getting something like Thrive Themes, it's not, you know, very expensive, but it is a you know, an expense that you're going to need. It's technically a liability because you have to pay for it every single year, but it's only a couple $100 per year for it, and you can create the most gorgeous websites with it, landing pages. You can have opt-in forms, and like, you can do all this stuff with Thrive Themes, and it's really, really awesome. So I apologize if I didn't get your name right, and reading your question was a little difficult, but yeah, so that's what I would recommend. Let's see. Natural Living with Zanana on here. Thanks for being here. Asks, I'm starting my YouTube channel on natural, non-toxic living. Awesome. Clean beauty and household. I'll be doing affiliate sales for this, but it's product based. What do you think of Amazon these days? I like Amazon. I still use Amazon, but you know, they cut their commissions down from like 8% to like 3%. But I do still think that it is viable, but I would try to find some basic alternatives as well. If you're having any type of trouble finding an alternative, I would contact certain you know, products that you really enjoy, like we use this natural organic cleaner for our laundry, and if I wanted to like market that as something, you know, as an affiliate, I might contact that company, you know, starting through email, asking about if they have a partner or an ambassador type program that you can get into, so that you could recommend their product and you can get a commission. That would be much better than just Amazon, where, you know, your commission is going to be super, super tiny. But it is still viable. You know, I still do some affiliate marketing for certain little products and books and so forth. If I recommend a book to anybody, I guarantee you it's going to be an Amazon link. That's just me. But Natural Living was Zanana. Also, am I saying that right? Zanana? Again, terrible with names. Was saying, I was looking at Vitamix yesterday, and they do 3% too for affiliate sales. Yeah, you know, I think with I don't know if on Amazon you would get 3% for Vitamix. I could be mistaken, but I think it's actually cheaper than that. But just reach out to the company directly. Start off with a simple email, and try to find the right person to talk to first off. So you really want to focus in first on what person do I need to speak with, and then send that person an email introducing yourself, introducing your business, talking about how you would love to share their products and services, because you utilize them yourself, right? Make that apparent that you are a user of these things, and they're much more willing to work with you. So I hope that helps. Asma says, hello, Karma and everyone. Hello. Thanks for being here, my friend. I think that's it. I'm not seeing any more questions here. So I guess that's it, guys. We've already actually gone over time. I apologize for that, but just wanted to kind of recap, answer some questions that were asked. But really enjoy you all being here. What I would recommend now is for you to go check out my friend Pat Flynn over at The Income Stream. You can go to patflynn.com/the income stream. check him out. He is awesome, and he will talk about things like affiliate marketing, email marketing, like all the type stuff that I do as well. And he's brilliant. Really awesome guy. Go check him out. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. It is really, warms my heart to know that you would come on these live streams and hear me babble. So take care, guys, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Peace.